It's taking some time. Okay, so Subhani, did SAP installation problem resolved? Means do you have access now to your system?
No, not yet.
Not yet, huh? Okay.
No, actually, it's because of operating system only we got that.
Yes, it needs Windows, means I think earlier versions, not 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so just forget about the program. Just say this is a program. Now, what to say? Everything is commented. This is not the example. One second. Okay, say suppose this is a program, and in this program you have declared many data with the reference of a data dictionary entity or object. Now suppose this is a data dictionary object, anything like this one, this is a data dictionary object. Now if you double click on it, it will immediately navigate you to data dictionary. See, it will immediately navigate you to data dictionary. It will show you this particular field is from which table. So that's what it is talking about. Integration with the above workbench. You can navigate from here to there. Data integrity we have covered. No redundancy. Integration with above workbench. You can navigate easily. Basic objects of above dictionary. Now we are directly jumping into the screens. Now what are the basic objects of a abap dictionary? Tables store the information in the database, data elements, domains are the okay. So now as I said you that database only understand the tabular format. Now you are going to, you are trying to create a table. Now what does the table contain? If you can see, this suppose this is a particular table. This is a particular table named QMEL. This is created in database. And another most important thing is that like anything created without the name of Z or Y will be considered as a SAP standard object. Means SAP India or SAP Labs people have created those objects only. These are automatically coming with the SAP installation. Now anything you find which is started with Z or Y, it should be it will be a customized object. Means you have created or somebody else like you or me have created those objects. So like this is a QMEL, so this is already inbuilt SAP created table. So just take an example of this one. Now what does a table contain? Now as the name suggests table, so it should have some columns, some rows. So now each and every column is named as a field. It should have some field, like for your Airtel example, like your address table. Address table should have some 3 to 4 fields, like first field should be your mobile number, second field should be like your name, third field should be your street, fourth should be your city, 5 should be your pin code, your state, your country, your email ID, like this kind of fields. And each and every column should be a particular field, and each and every row represents the number of records. Suppose first row is your number, your record. Second row could be mine. Third row could be X, fourth could be Y. So like this, each and every row will add, the table will be populated with values. Now how those values will look like? So there are certain buttons. I will come one by one. Just try to follow what I'm saying right now. So suppose this is a table. This is certain. These are the field names or column names. It is asking for how many fields in the selection screen. Just select any. So this is a local test systems. So just don't afraid of any error message or anything. It can show you any kind of surprise messages, but you can play with the system. You can learn a lot of things. So okay. So this is what selection screen will cover. Selection screen also. So for the time being, just see that how a selection screen look like. Selection screen will provide you an interface or application. See, this is the kind of application. Means in your screen, it will expect something from you, and if you will expect something in written format, like I want to put something and I want to see what those entries are holding. So like this is some certain fields. I'll not put anything, I'll just execute it and I'll see how many entries are there. So this is what this table is holding in the database. So now see, this table is showing some lot of data. It doesn't mean that this data is coming from abap dictionary. All those data is coming from Oracle database. Now immediately whenever you press this button, this abap dictionary understood that I need to, as the user didn't mention any kind of criteria in the selection screen, so this abap dictionary immediately understand that I need to fetch all the data. There is a certain criteria like select entries 200, so it is by default. By default it will not show me maximum 200 entries, because maybe there are more thousands of entries, and if it will like to get all the data, if you press this button execute, it will try to fetch all the data and it will take much time. So whenever you execute, it will show the data, whatever the data is available. This is may not be some good data because this is a test system, see some fields are empty, so there is no meaning, just for testing purpose. So it should be some value like this is 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 5 column. And the first field is mandatory. Mandatory means it will show you the client name. So I have logged into client 800 and this data is specific to client 800 only, kind of like independent and dependent data in SAP, client dependent, client independent data. So this is what a table look like. It is having a certain number of rows, columns. If you double click on any of the entries, it will show you the particular that row detail. See, you can do much more details with this. These many fields or these many columns are there in the table. Maybe 100, it could be 1000, whatever. All the fields and everything has been started with some particular name format, but not Z or Y. So that it should be understandable that it is already created by, or it is already provided by SAP. See, if anything is started with Z or Y, that should be a custom object. Okay. So that's what a table is. Now let's move into the individual characteristics. Now we have seen that there are a lot of fields. Now what is a field? A field will just represent the particular column characteristics of the column name, or what kind of data that particular column could have. Now what is a field is having? Now if you see that in the table, see this is the field name, corresponding to that it has a data element. It is showing what kind of data it is. QMNUM. This is of type char. This is of length 12. It should have, what is the decimal place is 0, and it is having a short description, notification number. Now these 4 things we need not have to provide. It is automatically fetching those details from the data element. Now what is a data element? Now whenever you are going to try to create a table, just let me create a table for you. Suppose set test Subhani. If you just press create, what happened? Oh, sorry. See, if you want to do something and you have done something wrong to SAP, immediately you will find a message. What it is showing? Table Z underscore test Subhani underscore not permitted at second and third place. Means you have to create it like this. Z test. Means after Z, immediately after Z or Y, you cannot put underscore. And as I am going to create a table with Z, I want to create a custom table, I need to create it with Z only. See, if I try to create without Z, what will happen? Press the create button. See, it will immediately ask you for an access key, because I do not have authorization to create any object in SAP with that kind of a nomenclature. I need to follow the standard rule. So what is the standard rule? It should be Y or it should be Z. Mostly earlier it used to means people used to provide a Y, but recently, not from recently, means from long back only, everybody is preferred to use Z only. Okay, so just press create, put some description test, leave these fields. I will come to these fields after some time. Oh, it is asking for that. Okay, now field.